Let's get sweaty.
Hey guys, welcome to a Shenmue Dojo video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different in that rather than looking at the Shenmue news, the Shenmue content, we're going to be taking a look at the Shenmue Dojo website. Now, the reason for doing this is actually the website's been online for 24, 25 years now, and it's one of the assets within the Shenmue community that is there. A lot of people have seen it, but I don't think everybody quite knows sort of how deep this thing goes in terms of the media section, information around the games, the forums, and everything else. So the intention of this video is to go on a very sort of quick website tour, show it all off, show off where you can find things, and just give everybody the user experience, hopefully that allows people to go around the website, find what they need, and just engage and enjoy in the Shenmue community through the Shenmue Dojo website. So first and foremost, if you're looking at where you can find us, it's very, very easy. ShenmueDojo.com, pop it in Google, any good search engine, or just your web browser, and the Shenmue Dojo website will come up. And you'll be presented with this just in front of you. So this serves as our homepage and also the news section as well. So you will see on this page all the latest news posts that come up regularly. We try and keep it as up to date as we can. Obviously news can break in an instant, so quite often this will be quite a fluid page. You can see here already we've got the Shenmue on PlayStation 2 confirmed news, the hobby console stuff, and also we put all our podcasts on there as well. And then going down, you'll see the news history as well from the previous posts as well. On the right hand side here, you've got a link to our YouTube page and the recent videos there. Ko-fi or Ko-fi, whatever you want to call it, you can support the dojo on there just with a small donation if you so wish. You've got a link to our Instagram there. Again, more posts on the left hand side here, all going all the way back into 2024, Twitter or X, and then you can follow us on the various links down here below. Now the news section goes all the way back, so if you go to page 39, when we transferred to the new site, a lot of the old posts also went with it as well, so we've made sure to sort of preserve everything that way. And at the bottom of the website here, you've got the Sega official Shenmue official website, Shenmue 3 site, and our contact as well. And you've got the various details down here for links and people to contact should you so wish. And the site was designed by Mattis, who I haven't heard from quite a long time, but I hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you're all good. If you want to get notifications from the website, just click this bell here. You subscribe to the notifications, and that's all you need to do. And it just pops up saying, thank you for subscribing to ShenmueDojo.com. So that means that any sort of post that you get here, a news post, you'll get an alert in your web browser to say it's landed, which is always quite a nice, convenient way to pick up news. And then coming back to the top of the page, you then got the ticker here again for the news. You can translate the website into the languages we've got available here via a plugin. And then at the top here, you've got the various sections of the website. So you've got games, anime, media. Media I will do very, very separately to this in terms of the time I'm going to spend on it within this video, because it is massive. Community, the forums, the show, which is our podcast, a blog, which is done by Hiki, the zine or the magazine, which is Shenmue World, history of the site, a bit about Yuzuki, and the fourth as well. So diving in, look at the games section first. So if you want to have a look, you come into the games section here. And what you've got is essentially a historical breakdown of all the Shenmue games, be it released or unreleased, that you can find here. So if I'm going to click on one, I'm going to click on Shenmue 1 and 2 HD just because it's there. And what you're presented with is a breakdown of the development, who made it, the platforms, and a little bit of the history there as well to have a read through at your own leisure. And then there's some references there should you so need them. If you click on games again or go back, then you can click on any of these, and again the format is very, very similar. Again, lots of detail around the games, the development, differences, and all the references that you will need there as well. Anime is very, very similar in the way it's broken down. So you just click on Season 1, and it's the same format as the games section. We've just broken it all down in terms of who made the anime, when it was released, and all the rest of it. Coming down on the anime page, you've got a little episode guide as well, the air dates, and a little synopsis of each episode on a drop-down box there for you as well. And you've got a load of trailers and the website there, should you so wish to go and view that at your own leisure. Media, I'll come on to in a moment. Community, now this probably needs updating a little bit, but this is all the community groups that have existed past and present. So again, you can click on their relevant names and go over to their website. So if I click on Shenmue Master, it will then just link you to their website, for example, as well. So we've got all the breakdowns of all the community websites over the years. If we've missed any, or anybody would like their page popped up on here, obviously let us know, and we're more than happy to update this and make sure everything comes on here as well, because we want to keep it as up to date as we can. Forums are self-explanatory and almost sort of the bread and butter, I guess, of ShenmueDojo.com and previously ShenmueDojo.net. So you can come on the forums here, and there's a range of Shenmue talk. So you've got the topics between Shenmue 1 and 2, 3, 4, the anime, modding, the community, the dojo's content itself, games with Yuzuki, non-Shenmue talk. And on the right hand side here, you've got all the various plugins to links to our website, YouTube, and all the rest of it. So that's always worth checking out if you want some long form discussion outside of our Discord server, which I'm sure a lot of you have already come across already. Then coming across to the show, if you just open that, I'm going to put it in a separate tab. That then links you to the Shenmue Dojo Show podcast. That's every episode that we've recorded, including the interviews. Go straight to the YouTube page, and you can again watch those at your leisure as you so wish. And you can just drive it down as you need to, choose the episode, and away you go there. Again, thank you for everybody who enjoys the podcast as well. It's very much appreciated. The blog, now this is by one of our staff members, Hiki. It's hosted on the forums because it's the best way for us to do it. But every month or so, Hiki will put together posts around Shenmue, comparisons to Virtua Fighter, moves, the anime, all sorts of bits and pieces in here as well. So if you want to read one of them, just click on the relevant link there. Away you go, and then you can just read that at your leisure. And if you want to contribute to the discussion, then absolutely you can go and do that below there as well, as long as you're signed up to the forums, of course. Coming back onto the main site itself, you've again got Zine, which is short for magazine, which is the Shenmue World stuff. So you've got Shenmue World issues 1, 2, and 3 there. So click on Shenmue World issue 1, gives you a breakdown of the Kickstarter and everything that's there. Then you've got the link to the original Kickstarter page if you want to have a look at it, and also you can view the magazine online if you want to, so you can just have a little look at the flip book there. So again, if you've missed out on that, that's a very good opportunity to go and pick up that magazine and have a look for yourself. Going back, then you've obviously got issue 2 there, and then also coming back, you've got issue 3 as well. So if you want to check those out, go ahead and do so. And I know James is going to upload the digital versions of 2 and 3 very, very shortly, should you wish to read those as well. History, now again, this needs updating. I have written up to 2019, but this section originally was written by Peter Campbell. It finished in 2018 around the opening of the new website. I've then picked it up and sort of carried it on, I guess, but quite frankly haven't had the time to bring it up to speed, so it's probably about 4 or 5 years behind now. But we do intend to keep this updated all the way through. And it is literally a blow-for-blow account of the history of Shenmue Dojo as a website. So this goes all the way back to 2001. It is massive. You can see old shots of the website, its various iterations over time, how it's evolved, all sorts of community drama and other bits and pieces that have happened over the years. It is huge. Get a cup of coffee or whatever, beer, whatever you want to drink, because that is a massive section. Go ahead and check that out. It's a really nice history section there. Bit on Yuzuki, obviously creator of Shenmue. We've done sort of a very brief breakdown. It is no means comprehensive, and it is being added to all the time. But this gives you a bit of an idea of the history of Yuzuki, some of his previous games, his history with Virtua Fighter, then obviously leading into Shenmue, and also for Air Twister. This was published initially because of Air Twister. We decided it'd be a really good idea to do a little bit about Yuzuki and his influence on video games in general. We are a Shenmue website, don't get us wrong, but obviously we hold the titles of Yuzuki that he's made over the years in a massive, massive regard. We're much more than just a Shenmue Dojo website and Shenmue website. We take into account Yuzuki's history and his contribution to gaming. We take that very, very seriously. Then coming on to the 4th, this talks about the tweetathons. I'm sure most of you are aware of the tweetathons, but this is a breakdown of how you can do it, how you can participate, host the video. Obviously, you can see the billboard there, which I gave everybody an update on in a couple of videos ago. So we're still working on what's happening there. Obviously, the video for that as well. And then everybody's got their name listed who contributed to that as part of the Shenmue World Issue 3 Kickstarter. Now, this is where, and I'm going to just pop this down for a second. I'm now going to go into the media section. Now, this section is massive. I'm going to show off some examples of some bits in the media section. We've got some cool things that you probably missed or may not even know are there. We keep this updated regularly. We keep updating, but it is massive. I would argue it's probably the biggest media section for Shenmue on the internet. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it's massive all the same. So pulling things back up, let's click on the old media section and let's dive in. So this is broken down into many categories. You've also got Watch Shenmue there. You've got screenshots of it. So if I just open a new tab, I can quickly show you. So everything that has screenshots is hosted in a little gallery. So you can click on the gallery and you can move yourself through that accordingly as you would like to. Again, loads of shots in there. So that's just one example of what you can do. Obviously Shenmue. And this is broken down to like game covers, screenshots, concept art, the old 3D renders, locations. Now the locations is really cool because what we have done is we have gone through the game and we have literally taken snapshots of almost everything that we can. So if I click on the Yuzuki residence, for example, you can sort of go through the rooms. So you've got the altar room there. You've then got the loading screen for the basement. You've got the basement itself. We have literally taken shots of everything that we can in order to preserve this stuff, because if a bomb hit or whatever happened, we want this to be preserved in some way, shape or form. It is massive. So again, if you want to check that out, obviously click on that and we've got all the areas of Shenmue there. Inventory items, again, we've been through the games and literally snapped every inventory item going. So if I click on the photos, you'll be then able to see the photos. Now, these were done on the old games. At some point in time, we are going to snap things from the HD versions, but it is quite time-consuming to go ahead and do that. But again, it's good fun all the same. Notebook, literally shots of all the notebook and the old ShenmueDojo.com website and the assets that are on there as well, which again is a really nice sort of piece of history. So go and check that out if you haven't done so already. Shenmue 2, obviously very similar. Lots of breakdowns there. Very similar sort of setup as to what you want to do there. Shenmue Online, as much information as we have around it. Again, we've sort of updated that recently with the news that Yuzuki got very upset about Shenmue Online a few years back, which obviously Sheephead found that on some Korean website. So thank you for that. It's helped us update that side of things. Shenmue Guys, Shenmue City, depending on how you know it, all the images, promo art, everything there, and the website for it. Shenmue 1 and 2 re-release, again, pretty self-explanatory, very much set up like everything else. Shenmue 3, we're still working on this a little bit, but we are going through Shenmue 3 and doing all the locations and everything else. And likewise, we have done like all the in-game images, items, and everything else you can pick up. So like the loading screens, they're all there. You've got the notebooks, literally every notebook entry as well. It's 8 pages long. It is massive. But again, this is all part of preserving Shenmue and everything else alongside it. It's jumped me down for some reason, but let's go all the way back up to Shenmue 3. Shenmue the animation, again, very similar. We've got promo images. You've got the New York panel, trailer screenshots, premiere screenshots, comparison shots, anything and everything. We've popped that on here for you. Now, this is an interesting section, Shenmue history. So this goes all the way back to the Virtua Fighter RPG project, Project Berkeley, and everything else, and sort of the evolution from Akira to Rio, Sega Saturn, design artwork from the auction. That's a new listing, as are these character renders and early renders for some areas. So like if you want to click on this one, just an example, you can see all the character renders that we have shown off in a recent podcast. So make sure you check those out, guys, because that is a fantastic section with a wealth of history and things that, again, may have been lost to the sands of time. Otherwise, coming down, Shenmue events over the years. So you've got like things like the premiere and other events kicking around as well. So if I click on that, so you've got the premiere, you've got E3, you've got loads of stuff in here as well, which you can obviously pick up and use. Then coming on to like Shenmue items and merchandise. Now James has worked really hard on this. So going through all the Shenmue merchandise that he has literally taken photos of pretty much everything. And there's loads of bits and pieces in here. I would suggest you go and check that out. Again, we keep this updated all the way through. So as you can see towards the bottom here, you've then got the insert coin range and the limited run Shenmue 25th anniversary merchandise. And in time, there'll be other merchandise that comes out, and you'll see other galleries pop up for that as well. Then you've got sort of miscellaneous galleries here, like Shenmue and Sega Heroes, some comparisons with Shenmue 2, Dreamcast and Xbox, which obviously Brian Park sort of really does a load of good work in that as well. So there's loads of things here. Old Shenmue Dojo icons, Sega wallpapers, and the Sega 60th anniversary stuff as well with Shenmue logos on it. Fan projects, so you've got like fan art, cosplay, random other bits. There's Shenmue Undub, which you can download directly. Shenmue with issue 1, which means you put issue 2 and 3 on here. Shenmue Mania, which was our April Fool's joke the other year that Jibby put together. Fantastic all the same. Really, really cool. I was quite pleased how that came out. Moving ourselves down a little bit. So coming a bit further down, you've got some Shenmue fan games, which obviously I showed off in a video not too far away now. Again, everything we've got on here, if the game exists, you can download it there directly from the relevant page. Obviously, Reclaiming the Path hasn't come out, for example. But if you look at Dreams of Saturn 2.0, you can download it directly. Details about the games and other bits and pieces around that as well. Shenmue music and albums. So this is all the music, all the albums, the artwork, and everything else besides it. So if you click on the orchestra version, you can then have a look at the artwork, and you can download the orchestra version if you want to go ahead and do so. So again, we've preserved that for everybody to have a look at. Then sort of even further down, sort of going up because it keeps dropping me down for some reason, you've got all the other bits and pieces kicking around there, including sort of MIDI sounds, fight effect sounds, soundboards, notification sounds, anything and everything. If we missed anything, let us know. We'll happily add stuff on. This is a new section, Shenmue betas, demos and prototypes. So sort of taking inspiration from Sega Dreamcast info. Lauren over there. We have created our little section here for the demos, betas and prototypes of Shenmue over the years. So you click on Shenmue 2, for example. We've got download links for like the Game Jam beta, for example. Full links in terms of the references. So, for example, Sega Dreamcast info and loads of information about the relevant betas that have been released over the years. Like I say, it's a relatively new section, so go and check that out if you haven't done so already. Magazine database. This is shots from Shenmue in magazines over the years. This stretches all the way back to 1998 and goes all the way through to present day. Then towards the bottom, you've then got a link to our Instagram page as well. Hey guys, so as I say guys, it's quite a large collection of media. It's massive, absolutely massive. And we like to keep it all there so it's all preserved for years to come as well. So any artworks and things that we find will go on there. Any new music will go on there. Any discoveries that we can find will go on there. And to make sure that people can have access to that whenever they want to view it and enjoy it. Anyway guys, hopefully that's given you just a little bit of a flavour of what the website is all about, where you can find things, and what else you can be doing all the same. Any questions, obviously drop us a comment below in the YouTube description. More than happy to answer things as we go. Don't forget, give us a like, share, subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all the usual places. For £2 a month, you'll be a member and get all the videos ahead of time as well. Thank you for dropping in all the content, and I'll be back with a video in the not too distant future. But for now, guys, take care, have a good one.